What's poppin'? It's your boy Gringo over here with you. This is going to be a basic defensive assignment video. I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people I've given them tips, and they kind of didn't understand or how to do things. So I'm going to make this video so they would see what I'm doing or what I'm talking about. First off, I'm going to get into coaching adjustments. This year is all about zone drops and controlling them. The whole thing about the zone drops is to help prevent. So last year, if they did roll out corners, your QB or your linebacker wouldn't drop deep enough in a curl flat. So this year they gave you control of that, and with that, you can put your curl flats from 0 to 30. You can put your flats from 0 to 30. You can put your hooks to 0 to 30. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about it. So with flats from 0 to 5, they're going to cover your drag routes and your flat routes and your RPOs. Now, I'm not saying it's going to completely cover them, but it's going to help because sometimes this game has its own mind. But as you can see with flats, what it controls is it controls your hard flats, your cloud flats, and your soft squat zones, which I will talk about later on. Now, from 10 to 15, it's going to be a little bit more the slants at the end and your shallow corner routes. Or your shallow out routes. I mean, your out routes that's been can't think of the term right now, but where they go to the sticks, the 10-yard out routes. Your flats from 20 to 25 are going to help with your deep corners, and if you're still getting beat with that, drop to 30. But from 25 to 30, it normally helps with your crossers. And the same thing with curl flats from 0 to 5, which, I mean, if you put your flats at 30, you should put, I don't know, it's a different story. But curl flats from 0 to 5 are going to play somewhat like a hook zone / flat. They're going to be in that kind of soft cushion at a 5-yard flat pretty much. 10 to 15 is pretty much the same thing. It's going to cover your shallow corners. 20 to 25 is going to cover your deep corners. And then 25 to 30 is going to help with your crossers. What it controls is your curl flats, quarter flats, seam flat zones. And then with the hook zones from 0 to 5, it's going to cover the drag routes early on, and it's going to help with the curls. So if someone puts a halfback on a curl, it'll help with that. If someone puts their wide receiver on a curl, it's going to help with that. It's 0 to 5. It's going to play really aggressive. My recommendation is to put it at 5 or 10. But from 10 to 15, it'll help with your shallow post or with your shallow posts in the middle and your deep curls. From 20 to 25, it's going to help with the deep post. And then 25 to 30, you're pretty much having a middle third. And you'd be better off putting a middle third there. I've never put my hook zones at 30. I rarely put them at 20. But that's just my own personal opinion. The whole thing with this is for you to figure out your opponent. So say if your opponent likes to do little flats and dump offs, put your flats at 5. If they like to do rollout corners, put your curl flats or your flats at 20. I'll say 25. Be on the safe side. So that's all for everybody to figure out. That's, like I said, that's up to you. But that's just the basic breakdown of them. And I forgot to tell y'all, the hook zones, they cover your hook curl, third rec hook, middle read, and vertical hook zones. Now, showing like the adjustments you do, I'm going to go into nickel normal. Off the bat, I'm going to talk about the QBs. So the way you could do that is you hit Y. You hit Y again where it says quick adjustment. And then you pick whichever icon or the DB you're trying to change their cloud. Or if you're trying to man them up, whatever you're trying to do is you're trying to change their defense assignment. So we're going to hit X. The things you could do on the outside are hard flats, outside third, soft squats, cloud flat, outside quarter, man coverage, deep half, and blitz. Soft squat is going to have like a man principle. So if nothing goes to the side, to that side of the sideline, so if you don't have if the opponent don't have a flat, a drag, a wheel, anything going to that sideline where that soft squat's at, he's going to play like man. But if something goes over there, he's going to play like a hard flat. Obviously, you know what your hard flat is. Outside third, y'all should know what that is. Outside quarter is going to protect you from streaks. So if you put them on an outside quarter, this is what it looks like. And then you press and shade over the top. It helps protect you from getting burnt by streaks if you want to sit in a zone. Deep halves are going to help you from the deep bombs. This is what a deep half looks like. I mean, my safety's in it too. But a deep half is going to help you from getting deep bombs. So if your opponent's trying to look for that deep post and you don't want your cornerback to get drawn down by a corner route or any other kind of route, you put him in a deep half and it'll play that deep post trying to sneak behind him. You can blitz them. You can man coverage. With man coverage, it's pretty much going to be anybody on that side of the field. You're not going to be able to man coverage be all the way over here. I mean, I don't know if anybody's trying to, but I'm just putting that out there. That's your DBs, the safeties. They're pretty much the same thing. You can put them in inside quarter. Inside quarter helps with the seam route streaks. You can do man coverage. You can put them in a quarterback spy. You can blitz them. You can put them in a hook curl where they'll play down. You could put them in a curl flat where they'll play the corners. Or you could put them in an inside third or a deep half. Damn it. This is inside third. They'll start playing the middle of the field. Your linebackers, to do your linebackers, you hit right on the D-pad, and then you hit right on the D-pad again to do individual adjustments. And you either hit A or X. You could blitz them, hard flat, quarterback spy, man coverage, middle read, which I don't like middle reads, honestly. They play horrible. You can put them in a curl flat, hook curl, and a middle third. Pretty much middle third is where he's going to drop all the way back. So let's say you're playing cover 2 and your opponent keeps going for that post and you want to try to pick it off or stop it. Put your middle linebacker in the middle third. If you have your hook curl zones at 25-30, then you can put them in a middle read. Because that's, oh my God, Bradley Chubb. So you can put, like I said, you can put them in a middle read, but I mean, I don't like middle reads, honestly. So to do your D-line adjustments, you hit left on the D-pad once, you hit left on the D-pad again, and it brings up the icons. Then you can hit anybody. And now they're kind of different. The D-ends are going to kind of get like the linebackers, except they don't get middle third. They get seam flat, curl flat, vertical hook, hard flat, quarterback spy. You can man coverage, bluff blitz, and blitz. I really like bluff blitz, but I always do the adjustment last because for some odd reason, if I do the bluff blitz and then I do another adjustment on another player, it just puts them back into a blitz, and I don't like that. But what a buff blitz does is the player is going to come down 2 steps, like he's going to come blitzing in, and then he's going to drop into a third rec hook. Now, the thing with third rec hook is I feel like they're the best hook zones you can get because third rec hook has a man principle to it. So if anybody has a drag or a vertical hook or anything, so if the vertical hook is over here, this third rec is going to come over here and shadow it. It'll start playing that man until something else enters that zone. I really like third rec hooks. It's like having a second user. As long as your player has good awareness and play recognition, it's going to play like a really good user. You could put them in, like I said, a curl. So let's say you want to blitz your DB over here, but you still want to have that curl flat. You can put them in a curl flat. You can put them in a hook vertical. That's pretty much everything. Now with the DTs, it's a little bit different with the defensive tackles. Now you get to control where you want to put your vertical hook. You can put them on the put the vertical hook on the right side, or you can put the vertical hook on the left side. You can put the hook curl on the left side or the hook curl on the right side. This is what it's going to look like. It's just they're going to drop different. They don't drop straight back anymore. If you want them to drop straight back, you need to put them in a quarterback spy, unless they start rolling with the quarterback spy. But if you put him in a spy, he's going to drop about right here, and he's going to read that quarterback. So if the quarterback goes that way, he's going to go that way. If the quarterback goes the other way, he's going to follow that quarterback. That's the only way you can get your defensive tackles to drop straight back. Other than that, this is what you're going to get, either left or right. That's pretty much like your basic individual adjustments, and we went through everybody and what zones they can get. You can man up D tackles too. So I mean, if you want to. Now the other adjustments is if you hit RB, this is global. Wait, no, I apologize. No, it is global. Oh, damn it. So pretty much if you hit RB, it's global, right? So if you shift left, if you hit RB and then shift left, the whole defense is going to shift left. If you hit RB and shift right, the whole defense is going to shift right. If you hit RB and pinch, the whole defense, the D line's going to come down, your linebackers going to come down, and then your cornerbacks are going to automatically press. If you want to give them space, you just hit RB, and everybody's going to spread, and everybody's going to give cushion. That's your global. Now with the guess play, it's pretty much explanatory. So if you guess run up the middle, everybody on the defense is going to go straight to the middle. If it's a pass, it's going to take the CPU about 2 to 3 seconds to realize it's a pass, and then they'll start dropping back. So if there's a streak and your opponent sees that you run commit, it's kind of GG. It's over. They're going to burn you. If you guess running left, the whole defense is going to go left. If you guess running right, the whole defense is going to go right. If you guess pass, even if they do play action, your defense should not fall for the play action. They should play the pass. Your D-line is going to be more aggressive trying to get to the quarterback. So them are things you gotta think about. Quarterback contains, I mean, everybody knows what a quarterback contain is. It's just to keep the quarterback in the pocket. I don't think contains work that well this year. Option quarterback and option running back. If you don't do your coaching adjustments and you think this is going to be like a quarterback option, you can make the individual adjustment to where the defense will read the quarterback and they will follow the quarterback, or they'll read the running back and follow the running back. I always do my adjustments and the coaching adjustments, so I don't even really worry about this. But if you don't do it and you don't remember, and you, like I said, you think it's a quarterback option, you hit RB, you hit A, and now your defensive ends are going to read the quarterback. If they see option, they're going to stop and contain. They're not going to keep pressing up and go after the running back. Now, if you hit Y, Y is going to give you your cover adjustments. You can shade over the top, outside, inside, underneath. That's pretty much telling your coverage that you're thinking that it's going to be dump off. So if you shade underneath, they're going to play down a little bit, but that's going to expose you over the top. It's not like run committing where everybody's coming down, but they'll come down like an extra 2 or 3 yards, trying to take away the underneath. If you guess inside, they're going to play a little bit more inside. If you guess outside, they're going to play a little bit more toward the sideline. If you play over the top, they're going to play back a little bit more and try to keep people in front of them. Play in the sticks. Pretty much that is the zones. If the first down is like 15 yards away, yes, you have your zone adjustments, but the whole point of play the sticks is your zones. Your defensive players are going to try to keep people in front of them. They're not going to really let routes behind them. They will, but not like if you didn't play the sticks. Like their whole process is to, hey, this is the first down line. This is what we need to protect. You have your individual adjustments. You have your quick adjustments, which I already went over. Now, if you hit RB, this is what we mean by spread the linebackers. If you hit up on the left stick, you're going to spread your linebackers. If you hit left, your linebackers going to go left. I mean, it's very self-explanatory. You can blitz all linebackers. You can zone all your linebackers just like that. Now, everybody's in a zone. If you come out in a blitz play, you can just blitz your left side linebacker. Or you can blitz, it's whatever you want. But if you don't like your adjustments, you can hit L2. It clears everything. Everything goes, so all your adjustments you made, if you hit L2, will go away. It clears them. It's something really nice to know. Now, if you hit left on the D-pad, what we mean by crashing the D-line is you're going to pinch them. Pinch your D-line. And then we'll say like crash inside. That means slant inside. Or slant, crash up. You're just going to, this is what it looks like. They're just going to spread out when we say crash up. Pinch your D-line. I mean, it's very explanatory. Or spread your D-line. And like I said, once again, if you don't like the adjustments you made, just hit L2. It goes right back to the original stock place. Hey, don't do that for the zones, though. Oh, no. Yeah, it don't do it for the zones. I don't know what just happened. I thought it did, but it don't. You can man align also. But I wouldn't do it mid-play because, okay, it ain't going to do it this time. But that's pretty much the sum up of your adjustments on defense. Pretty much from there, then you can freestyle. Like, anytime I call a play, my plays never stock. I'm always freestyling. I try to go based off my opponent. If my opponent's like corner routes, I usually have someone in a curl flat. If my opponent likes drag routes, I'll usually put someone in a hook vertical, or I'll put him in a hook vertical. I freestyle off of what my opponent's doing. 9 times out of 10, I always have to put a middle third because they're always attacking the middle. But that's pretty much sum it up. The defense adjustments. If you want to see what? Why does it show me offense? I don't know why it's showing me offense, guys. But I mean, if you didn't know how to look at abilities, you just hold RT and then it shows you everybody's abilities. But that's pretty much everything right there. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them below and I'll answer them quick as possible. I hope this helps some people. Knowing the adjustments and how to make them, it can benefit you a lot. It can surprise your opponent because your opponent could be attacking you over the middle if you're in cover 2, and next thing you know, you put that middle third or the hook zone, and then now you got them picked off. It's a surprise because they're just, sometimes your opponent gets in repetitions. They don't think. They just okay, they're in cover 2. I'm gonna throw this post real quick. So knowing adjustments, it would really help. I advise y'all to go into practice mode and practice it because I pretty much got my adjustments down. I know what I want to do. Without even looking at it. Sometimes I have to because, and also remember in different formations, you can get different adjustments. So keep that in mind because sometimes your LB is not going to be deep half. It'll be something else. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, if you got any questions, just ask me. I do have a Twitter. You can hit me on there. I'll respond quick as possible. I hope this video helps some people out. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like, subscribe button, and Gringo out.